It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K.
Two teams, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for...
Well, guys, when
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, DA. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. And the Raptors, unique in the NBA, they have a whole nation behind them.
And basketball continues to gain in popularity, especially with the younger generation in Canada. The Raptors are coming to relevance at the perfect time, and the rabid fan base energized by how competitive this group's been the last couple seasons.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Raptors five right now. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. Ibaka is the four, and Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Powell in at small forward. Ball against Lowry. Here's Harden. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Harden really gets going down inside. I mean, he isn't afraid of anyone, not even the big guys roaming nearby.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. And Lowry gets it to go.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Lowry against Paul. On the wing, Harden. Back to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. Outside DeRozan. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
And he isn't shy. Lowry assertive with the ball in his hands.
Paul passes to Anderson. He kicks it to Ariza. Houston moving the ball around. Anderson outside, launches a three, sinks the triple. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is why the man gets paid. This is something Anderson does very well. Have to love how he measures them.
Now here's Powell. Ariza covering. Powell, that's good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Harden with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Harden dishes to Paul. Harden kicks to Ariza. The feed to Capella. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short-arm that layup.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Oh, you see, finally see a miss there after hitting their first 4 shots of the game.
Well, Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey, Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before. But the irony is it's oftentimes the strange ones that tend to stick with you more. And that's an example of it right there.
Screen by Ibaka. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Here's Ibaka. Another shot. The rebound by Harden.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Harden. And it's Ariza in the corner. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Raptors making a change here. Miles is checked in. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Valanciunas, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Toronto shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And he makes both free throws. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
And Chris, when you see Harden coming down the lane at you, there is a very short list of players who can instill that much fear. Pretty much him, Westbrook and LeBron. Each have their own style, and Harden's might be the most refined of all of them.
Well, that's why he gets to the line so much. His speed, his handles, his ability to pull back on the 3, his Euro step. When Harden gets going downhill like that, you just don't have an answer.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Powell with the steal. Here's Lowry. Powell on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again and again.
And Kyle Lowry over the last few seasons slimmed down about 15 pounds. He's Greg been playing the best basketball of his career.
No doubt. He's still got that low center of gravity, almost like a bowling ball. He just gets under his man, and his strength and tenacity enable him to create chaos at both ends of the floor.
And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lowry's got 15 points.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
2 points. That one goes.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Harden. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Well, you knew that the Rockets were going to be an offensive juggernaut with their roster and Mike D'Antoni at the helm, but seeing it in action is still jaw-dropping at times. I mean, you're amazed. They can put up a lot of points in a hurry.
Yeah, and the team plays at an incredibly high pace, which accounts for some of their big numbers. But they do a good job of finding smart shots and making the most of their possessions. This team can truly be scary when they're clicking.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
44 seconds left to play here in the first. For 3, Gordon. Rebound by the Raptors. Up top, Miles. He's covered by Anderson. Miles dishes to Lowry. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
No problems knocking that one down.
That lightning quick release, Gordon catching and firing perfectly. Can't guard that.
Lowry against Paul. Now here is Lowry. He's tightly guarded. In the corner, Miles with it. And C.J. Miles with the slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And so it's Toronto in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now.
He trusts you every time he bounces the ball.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
Chris Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Nene is out there with Ryan Anderson. And it's Mbamute in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post. I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. We always talk about how different eras of the NBA had different feels and how the game was called and how the game was played. Chris, what is the biggest change you have seen to the game since your era?
2 changes. One, you can't hand check. And that's really physical. That used to wear you down, take you out the game, and that stopped the freedom of movement. And that, along with playing the zone, where you can't just guard a guy and have to stay in your area. Those are 2 big changes because it really helped the offense. And so we want to see a lot of scoring, but today it's not easier to score because these guys have wonderful skill sets, but the game makes it easier to score because of the rules, because you can get to the line so many times. Because before a hand check, you couldn't get to the free throw line if a guy pushed you out of bounds almost, because the game was expected to be physical.
Right. Rockets trail by 16. Paul outside. No good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Raptors have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And Capella over to help. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. On the wing, DeRozan.
And Anderson, he's trying his best on defense. He's trying to use his length to disrupt as many shots as he can.
Here's Harden. The step-back jumper is good. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Now the dish to Nogueira. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.